So last but not the least is the sixth sense, your inner voice. So sometimes somebody has come to sell you something or have a partnership with you. The person is talking very nicely, but your inner voice keeps telling, I should not do this. You have no reason to justify but your inner voice is actually telling you something which you should hear. Your inner voice always tells you something which is true. When all other senses fail, then sixth sense works. Listen to your intuition. Many times intuition works. I'll give you a few examples of all these areas actually. Now looking at the body language, I can give you one example where I actually use body language to connect with a person. I was in a seminar actually. This was from Silicon India. It was a pan India kind of seminar happening in Mumbai, and at that time I was like new fresher and just 1 year old in a company, and I wasn't a very confident person in terms of connecting with professionals. So I was standing there having my lunch, and I didn't know what to do, how to talk to people. I was nervous. I was looking here, there. My body language was clearly telling the world that I want to talk to someone, but I'm not confident enough. There was another guy almost 1 meter away from me. He was also like trying to do the same thing. He was looking here, there, trying to talk to someone, but he had no confidence. Then he looked at me, I looked at him. We shared the glances, and we both understood without even speaking to each other that we both want to talk to someone, but we are not confident. That's why we are not speaking up. So he slowly moved to my side, and I slowly moved to his side. We came together and we started talking. It was a purely professional talk, and after that, a couple of years after that, we actually became very good friends, and I had worked on lots of projects as partner with him for almost like 7 years. Even now I know him as a very good friend. Not in touch with him right now, but that's how we connected without speaking. We connected through only and only body language. So that's how your body language actually works. I would also like to give you an example of how paralanguage can be used for connecting. When I was in my MBA college, it was a freshers party. So we didn't know anyone in our college or seniors or even the classmates. It was like a first show that was happening. And we were all paired in, groups. So one guy and one girl. So I was, and based on the heights of the people, they were seated. I was paired with a guy who was tallest in the class, and he was literally double, double of me. So I was invisible when I was standing with him. He was so tall, and he was a Sardar. So I was put in the the last seat in the corner, and there was a curtain. I was literally hiding behind the curtain. But uh, when uh, when I saw the seniors were standing on the stage, I literally felt like, I want to go on the stage. The seniors were actually randomly calling people and asking them to perform something. So I was speaking, not verbally, but in a para language sense, I was speaking, please call me on the stage, please call me. Well, I was sitting in a place I was not even visible. I was wearing a pink color sari, and this guy actually pointed at me. He said, that girl in the pink sari who's hiding behind the curtain, come up. And I was like amazed. How could I communicate with him? I was so far away. My language, how did he even hear? He could not even see me. So verbally, I could not communicate. Even the body language was not visible to him. How did I exactly communicate with him? That was a para language. It is connected with the universe, and it still sends out signals. How he received the signal, I don't know. But it actually happened.
Yeah. It's almost like telepathy, right?
Yeah, it's almost like that. That's why we use this like para language, paranormal things we hear about. These are things that cannot be explained. Now, coming back to the sixth sense, I can also give you example of how I used intuition. Like, you don't exactly actively use intuition, but intuition definitely helps you. Once I had been to Hyderabad, after I was actually on a project from a company, and I had a friend, his name is Atul, and he was in my engineering college. But this project was actually after my MBA. So 2 years, 3 years almost, I was not in touch with him. I didn't even have his number, but I just knew that he was in Hyderabad. When I went out with another friend from my MBA college, I had an intuition. You know what? I'm going to see Atul today. I had no idea where he lived. I didn't even have his number. So what I did at that time, I did not even have a mobile. So I went on the booth, and I called my best friend, and I asked her, "Do you have Atul's number? I'm having this kind of intuition. Maybe I should meet him. That's what my heart is telling me, because he's here. I'm also here." She said, "I don't have his number. Actually, nobody in the college has his number. He's not connected with anyone." I said, "Okay, fine." I disconnected and I moved out. Then there was a huge, I think, 8 lanes, some big places there. So I was standing in the middle of the road on the pavement, and I was talking to my friend from MBA college, and suddenly I heard a voice, "Pooja." And I wondered, nobody knows me in Hyderabad. How can a person call me? I turned, and it was Atul. And I was like literally surprised. How can this happen? How can I know that I'm going to meet him today when we haven't
Yes.
met, when I didn't even know where he lived? So
Mm.
this